Greetings, friends. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. I am, in my office. As you can see, I think today I am going to take stuff out of this shelf over here. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I need to do something with it. I managed to find more glue and stuff, so I just need to put that away, and this area down here is getting ridiculous again. But I want to rearrange this shelf, and I'll pull you off of the tripod and get the selfie stick in just a moment and show you up close and personal what's going on over there. But I would eventually like to rearrange this stuff and like take care of these stacks of books that I have going on up here. Yeah, I just have a lot going on. So let's do it. I look at this every day and think, oh, I need to get that cleared out and rearranged. Haven't done it yet. So let's do it together. All right, let me show you what's going on over here. All right, starting at the very top, as you can see, I have some collectible stuff up there, and it goes into this. I really don't know what to do up there. I want to kind of rearrange things, and then I have books, pictures, and this little tea set my mother-in-law gave me that I got from church, and then that I bought. You can see it in my very first video on this channel, my haul for that. This again has books and some other little critters. This is a baby tortoise and a crow skull I found alongside of the road, or no, in a parking lot. My pink Himalayan salt light that I don't have plugged in right now. This is a scale that I use for mailing stuff, which can go somewhere else. And then I have a bunch of books, a mug that I loved the saying on it. I think it says the same thing on the book. Yeah, it says the same thing on both sides. Fig and Fern. I got this at Ross, I want to say. Yeah, I just have some rocks. And then this shelf has my little drawers full of crafting junk. Stuff, more rocks, more crafting. I just finished these and I love the way they turned out. I coffee stained them, and I love the way the bottoms, like the edges, turned out. I have a few of them. And then I tried coffee staining this, but I think it was already brown, so it didn't really do much of anything to it. Maybe gave it a little bit of a crackle look, as you can see there. So that's kind of cool. But I mainly wanted to get these all dyed. So I think, let me get into a better position here. I think what I'm going to do is take things off each shelf one by one, put it on my desk, rearrange the books, and then put everything back, I guess, and get rid of anything that doesn't need to be there, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of winging it, and I don't really know what I want to do. So you have this book. This is the Chronicles of Narnia collection, and it was up there, and it was like falling over, so I figure I can find room for it up here. I don't know, but it needs to have something done to it, because I'm kind of tired of looking at it. So let me put you back on the regular tripod and see what we can get done over here. And then sometime this week I'm going to be addressing this mess up here, because it's getting ridiculous again. I'm a hot mess. I can't help it. Plus I've been pulling stuff out for Valentine's Day, DIYs and stuff. You'll see those. They'll be on Wednesday videos, so you'll start seeing those before you see this. But anyway, let's do this. I'll just fast forward and voice over the usual.
Alright, let's see what we've got up here. Teapots and bottles. I love collecting both of those. That teapot my husband bought me back in Florida. That is Milk of Magnesia bottle. And my tiger sign, which can go away because it's no longer the year of the tiger, although I am a tiger. That little snail my husband also bought me. That's the top to a fairy light that I don't have the base for. I should probably just sell it. Necklace rack. Don't know if I'll ever use it, because that's how I roll. Gonna find some space in there for that book. Most of my time I just spend looking at the stuff that's up there, trying to figure out what in the world to do with it. I don't have much in the way of knickknacks left anymore. It's a Raggedy Ann and Andy tea set. Do you know those used to be for kids? I don't know. I feel like people wouldn't give those things to kids anymore. Photos and more photos. That was my wedding. Yes, I was a fairy. My son and a thing that he made for me, like back when he was in second or third grade. I'm surprised it has survived all of the moves that I've made over the time since I had it. Sorry, all you're seeing is my back. I didn't realize that this was not an incredibly good camera angle while I was filming, because I couldn't see it. Couldn't see the camera while I was working. Trying to get some books from that other side that need to be dealt with. What kind of books do you read? I read a lot of literature And lately I've been reading the Bible mostly. Like Kafka. Kafka is one of my favorites. Dostoevsky, another favorite. Another Kafka, The Metamorphosis. That one's just weird. Tolstoy, another favorite. Oh, I'm wiping off all the dust. There's a lot of dust. I have not done anything with this shelf since I moved in, essentially. I've been using my, oh, that's a very old jewelry box. I've been using my little microphone for doing voiceovers. It seems to be working very well. It picks up a lot though. It picks up my neighbors walking. Oh, my favorite pins, they're bugs. A spider and a big beetle. I love bugs, if you couldn't tell. Bugs and bones. And crystals. And books. A few of my favorite things. More bugs. Really, the space just suffers from a lack of cohesiveness, I guess. It's got a lot of stuff, and I honestly need to list a lot of the stuff in my shop because I buy stuff for selling and then I end up not selling it. And then it needs to be stored, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I think this week I'm going to end up selling a lot. That book is the book that I was talking about that my grandpa got me. That's not the actual book he got me, but I managed to find it. But that was the one that made me love spiders and other creepy crawlies. It helped alleviate my fear of them. These are photos that I took when I fancied myself a photographer. I don't know why I didn't finish pursuing it. Like other things, I don't know. No confidence. That is a giant slab of mahogany obsidian. And more rocks. I realize that I need to move the camera down so you can actually see what I'm working on. That is a ferret skull. And that is a piece of a crow. More crow bones from the skull. And that is a ferret jaw. That is a little box full of bones. There we go. I realized that you can't see the shelf. That I'm going to be putting on my Depop, possibly Etsy. That is a Indian, like, has to do with weaving, a weaving shuttle maybe. And those are my hematite stones that have little pieces of metal stuck to it. You can see all of the dust on the shelf. There it goes. And I end up turning all of those books around. You'll see that in just a few minutes. And I'm thinking about doing it to the ones up on the top shelf. Because I think it ends up looking better it's not as distracting having all of those colors. I saw it on Crafty Girl's channel. Finally gonna put up that spider sign from Dollar Tree from Halloween. But she does that. She turns all of her books around and they look really interesting. This is me going, yeah, all of those colors are very distracting. So I end up pulling everything back out and turning it all around. I like the way the old books look on that shelf, but none of the rest of them look good. One of my toys. Conan the Barbarian. My neighbor pounding on the ceiling, or on the floor. Their floor, my ceiling. I know you cannot see what I'm doing here, but there you go. Now you can kind of see. That was signed for me by the author. I won a contest and got a free signed copy of his book and the audiobook. Sorry about this terrible camera angle, that you can't see really what I'm doing. But you'll see in a moment here. There it is. I think it looks a lot better. I didn't realize that I had a stack of books that needed to go back in there. But I don't read any of those Isaac Asimov books. They're my husband's. He's a little bit too, a little boring for me. I'm looking for something to put that on to elevate it, and I realized I had that jewelry box. I have a bunch of old cigar boxes that could do the same thing, but the jewelry box needed to go somewhere, so there it is. It's somewhere. I have been trying harder to get rid of things. I think I have gotten myself into a stuck spot, so I've been working on that. It does say something on the inside. I forgot about that. You are literally watching my thought process, my brain working. Because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting things places. Up a little higher now. That is a wedding box, Westmoreland wedding box. I don't know why it's called a wedding box, but it is. And that one is flashed like a shiny blue. I love blue glass. Anything cobalt blue, I will collect. I actually bought that to sell, but it's not actually worth a ton, so I decided to keep it. And I need to shorten those roses so they'll fit on that shelf. Nope, still one more. Those are roses my friend gave me. Yes, I keep even dead things. Well, clearly I collect bones, so. I still don't know what I'm going to do with that necklace display thing. I think I kept it for, like, using as, like, if I ever did a shop for, you know, my jewelry, but I don't know. I need to find a base for that fairy light. I know they sell them on eBay. Or I could just sell the shade, because I know they do that too. Replacements for broken ones.
Alright, there's the finished result. I think it looks a little more put together. Maybe. I'm liking this one. I'm gonna add the rest of my like bones and stuff. I like the look of the books turned backwards. The paperbacks anyway. Of course these ones are my nicer books, but I'm gonna add this collection of oddities over there and see how that is. So I can maybe clean up this area a little bit. But this is all little bones and things. I think I'm gonna put this photo with these two up here. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I'll fix this off camera. It's, I don't know, I need to figure it out. And then this mess needs to go away. All of this junk needs to go away. But I'm liking these. That flower thing that was over here is going to end up on my Depop shop. It just doesn't fit my aesthetic anymore. I'm thinking about turning these books around so they're more of a blank slate like these. See, I like these ones. These are older books from like the 40s. They're Marcus Aurelius, Homer, Aristotle, and Plato. So they are really nice looking books. And the rest of them are kind of neutral, so they don't show as much, but all of those colors up there are a little distracting. So I may end up just turning those around. Alright, well, that wasn't too long for you. It only took me about 30 minutes to get everything moved around. The rest of the stuff I'll find places for elsewhere. That brown rice bottle is going to go, I think, on my Etsy store. And that's it. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me while I clean up my mess. And to get a little bit more accomplished, once we clean off that side over there, I'll show you how this side ended up, because I'll end up moving a few things over here. So take care of yourself. Peace out, and remember, the world is full of kind, wonderful, and amazing people. If you're not able to find one, you can be one.